Heather Brooker has joined us. She keeps her fingers on the pulse of the world of entertainment.
I love to. I enjoy it so much. This is my favorite thing. I think I've told you that before every week. Let's talk about movies.
Let's talk about movies, man.
This is the big weekend, Memorial Day weekend. We've got some, the box office is back. We've got Mission Impossible. The Final Reckoning is opening this weekend. Lilo and Stitch, the live action, much anticipated live action, is opening this weekend. And the pre-sales and the predictions for the box office is that both of these movies are going to be huge.
Your daughter is
12.
12.
Just turned 12, yeah.
So she was probably too late for the Lilo and Stitch animated.
Yes.
I'm sure she's seen it.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
we've seen it. Mm-hmm.
It's funny because in this article that you printed out, it says that they're for the live action Lilo and Stitch, they're targeting women late teens, early 20s. That would be, they would have the most memories of the original Lilo and Stitch, and that they're targeting men in that same demo.
Yeah, I think gay men, maybe. Maybe that's maybe more. I mean, not to throw Disney out there like that, but I think that I think that there is that very much that Disney adult that they're going after with this one. The people who are dropping hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on Loungefly backpacks. And, you know, it's that nostalgia core that we talked about, the nostalgia bait. They know that the people who grew up loving this movie are absolutely going to be the ones who are going into the theater to see the live action. And it also helps that it's really good. It's sweet. It's thoughtful. It's a fun story. The music is fantastic. The little girl who plays Lilo is just darling. And it's a fun movie. And it's a great alternative if you don't want to go see Mission Impossible. Lilo and Stitch is great. And you don't have to have seen the first one, obviously, to, pick up on it.
It's just a reboot, right? I mean, it's a retelling of the same story, right?
Yes, it is the same story. They're just updating it a little bit. There's nothing that's like, they're not Snow White level changing anything, but it's the same story, and it's sweet and it's fun, and definitely, I think, worth, a ticket at the box office.
Mission Impossible, of course, comes out. This is, we assume, the end of Tom Cruise's, at least his version of Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the understanding, is that he's kind of done after this one. He's been on a massive global press tour, shielding off questions about Trump tariffs and everything, and saying, let's just focus on this movie. He is really dedicated to talking about this film that he spent a long time working on. And this film is more, I want to say, lighthearted. I don't know if that's really, it's certainly not a comedy, but there's definitely more comedic elements in this version of the Mission Impossible series than previous ones. And it's got every action-packed stunt that you can imagine, things that'll blow your mind. Tom Cruise is really in his element in these types of films. And one thing that's kind of funny that's happening with these two big movies opening this weekend is there's been a lot of comparisons to Barbenheimer. Do you remember that? When Barbie opened the same weekend as Oppenheimer? Mm-hmm. So people are trying to come up with the names. Like, so here's one some I came up with. Lilo Possible or Lishan Stitchpossible. I don't know. Maybe I was drinking a little wine when I was coming up with these, but was trying to figure out
a little.
Mission Stitch.
Mission Stitch.
That's good.
See, I love that. So, so these two are definitely going to go head to head at the box office, but I have a feeling Mission Impossible is going to edge out Lilo and Stitch.
This is one of those expectations that you haven't seen in the last few years. That this Memorial Day weekend could come close to, if not set the record for Memorial Day weekends.
Yeah, absolutely. The past few Memorial Day weekends have not done well. Do you remember they opened?
We've had COVID. I mean,
there's COVID, but also last year, remember they opened a Mad Max reboot, and it did horribly.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing back these big tentpole movies. They're realizing Memorial Day weekend really sets the tone for these summer blockbusters. I think the studios are recognizing that this is what's going to motivate people to get back into the theaters. They want these big movies, these big franchises, these big IPs. And these two movies are going to set the tone, I think, for the rest of the summer and the big movies coming out.
The record, according to Box Office Mojo, for Memorial Day weekend was 2013, when they had Fast and Furious 6 and Hangover 3, which is to prove sort of one of the things that we've said about Hollywood is they're out of stories.
They're out of stories.
And their biggest weekend ever was a 6th version of Fast and Furious and the 3rd version of Hangover.
Yeah, and now we've got, what is this version of Mission Impossible? 7?
8?
8? Yeah. And then we've got Lilo and Stitch, which we already saw 20 years ago.
Right.
So Hollywood is out of ideas, and they're very risk averse. They do not want to put a lot of money in something that is not a known fandom, and they're being reinforced by that because people are going to see these big movies and they're not going to see the smaller movies. Now, one big exception to that was Sinners this year. That was an original story, original script, and that did very well. So,
that would, I think, fit a mold of, we know who the producers are, right? That's a Jordan Peele movie.
Yes.
So some of his stuff has been incredible.
Ryan Coogler for Sinners.
He directed it, but
Yes.
I think Jordan Peele produced it.
Oh, okay.
But those are recognizable names, and you think for some of these people, you go, I would watch anything that they did.
It's bankable, sure. Yeah. I think those still, they just want to know. People love Ethan Hunt. They know they're going to get their money back on a Tom Cruise movie. He is the biggest movie star in the world.
And he wins in the end.
So
crazy.
Yeah, so crazy. And we have to talk about this because I know Kiana is going to be very happy about these Hunger Games casting news. Kieran Culkin was just announced, and Elle Fanning were announced as part of the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping. And the fans are going crazy over this casting news for these films. So this film is based on the book of the series, but it's a prequel to the Hunger Games series that we have seen before. And Kiana, I know you're excited.
I'm super excited.
I literally have never seen her smile so big when she came in. She was like, "Did you see who they cast as Effie?" And that's Elle Fanning, and that is really good casting. It's going to be a great movie, so fans are already excited for that.
That's some incredible names. Jesse Plemons, Maya Hawke, Elle Fanning that you mentioned. Ray Fiennes coming in as President Snow, sort of the early President Snow. That's incredible.
It's going to be a really highly anticipated movie, and I think people, I know I'm excited about it. I really enjoyed the first Hunger Games series and the books as well. I'm behind on reading the books now, but Kiana was like, you got to get on it. And this movie looks fantastic.
And that's, at least the plan is, that would be released Thanksgiving 26.
Yeah.
So they got plenty of time.
It's so interesting to me now how early they're starting to promote the cast for these movies. They really start building the hype. You know, we're already seeing marketing now for the next Wicked movie that comes out in 6 months. That be prepared over the next 6 months to get a barrage of marketing and promos for that second part of Wicked. Studios realize they got to do the long game when it comes to, no, you don't want to, you're not into Wicked. What's his face?
The face is, here's the face. It's a Lilo and Stitch face also.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I never saw the original.
My kids.
So hold on, relax, people. Put it down.
Whoa.
Put the knife down.
Oh my gosh.
My kids were older by the time it came out. Well, I guess my daughter's 22.
We're not that old.
I never saw it.
Were you not a Disney guy, Disney person for your entertainment? No.
I'm making the face.
There's
again.
the face again. Yeah, I see the face.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's not my go-to.
And that's okay. We still love you, and we still accept you.
It comes to Wicked, I saw a show twice here at the Pantages. It's great. It's a great show. Why you got to drag it out for 2 full movies?
Because it's a huge play, it's a huge book, huge musical. They couldn't tell the full story. We'd be in the theater for 4 hours, and nobody wants that. Okay. So that's why they split it up, and also to make more money. I
watched Oppenheimer. That felt like 4 hours.
It was 4 hours. That was the longest movie ever. Ever.
All right. So you say Lilo and Stitch is great.
Lilo and Stitch is great. People are going to love it. Mission Impossible, also great. You cannot go wrong with Mission Stitchpossible this weekend. Lilo Possible, whatever you want to call it. Either one. Go see both. Or go see Kendrick Lamar. He is playing in SoFi Stadium for the next 2 nights as well.
Okay.
I got you. I got you covered. All your entertainment options.
Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome.
Heather Brooker from KFI News.